our subject is the death penalty. And as you can see, we have some reviews heating up. Let's take a look. It's so good, it's to die for. Haha, death penalty to die for.
So as we're gathered here today, I have a few questions for Mr. Anthony Shamas and Mr. Andrew Donovan. First question, Mr. Shamas. Why do you think the death penalty is progressive?
Well, I think the death penalty is necessary in all civilized societies because without it, society would resemble areas like the Wild West where you could not control the populace. Also, I believe that murder is such a heinous crime that it cannot be reversed, so the only way you can pay for it is by your life being taken by the state. Also, the death penalty, I can assure you, is in the Fifth Amendment. And it clearly states that no one shall be deprived of life or liberty without a due process in the court of law. So that basically says you can't sentence anyone to death or imprisonment without a fair sentence. And since in America we have fair sentencing courts, I believe that the death penalty is just here. Also, it is a deterrent to crime. From 1991's 30,000 homicides to 2015's 10,000 homicides. That's a very drastic reduction. And
Now, is this in the United States or is this?
Yes, this is in the United States. The United States is, I think, in the top 10% of countries who execute people. In approximately either 1999 or 2000, there was 98 executions in our country. 98. Thank you.
Mr. Donovan, why do you think the death penalty is wrong?
Well, I think killing people is wrong, and even though the prisoner did kill someone, I think it's unfair for someone to kill them for it. I think we should make them suffer and serving a life sentence in prison instead of just letting them off the easy hook. I think death penalty is ineffective.
Well, wouldn't you think the taxpayers' money? What do you think about?
Yeah, but I mean, people are still going to keep killing people and committing homicide, so they don't look at the death penalty and say, I'm not going to kill someone now because I'm going to be killed for it. They're still going to do it anyways. They're savage.
Mr. Shamas, do you have anything to go off of that?
Well, to refer to Mr. Donna's statement, okay, the death penalty actually does work because I told you about the reduction in crime. Second of all, I believe that the death penalty methods of execution such as hanging, electrocution, lethal injection, firing squad are perfectly normal and they are not unusual or cruel like stated in the Bill of Rights. Because if it was unusual, they wouldn't be the primary methods of execution. And if it was cruel, so many people wouldn't use them. Plus, hanging is not cruel because the majority of people who commit suicide use hanging. So that tells you that hanging is probably the least harmful way for a person to go down. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back with you. And we're back. And our first question is for Mr. Shamas. What about the cost?
Well, the costs vary across state and region, but don't take my word for it. Take the viewer's word for it.
All about the cheese.
The death penalty in itself is less costly than life imprisonment. But we have some exceptions, and certain states, due to the lengthy appeals process, it might take long, but don't worry, that's only a minimal amount of death sentences.
So going off the cost with this appeals process, that could be pretty healthy with cash.
Well, it actually funds the economy, so I mean, yeah, it's kind of healthy for cash.
Thank you for joining us today. Please come back next week.
Thank you. I have multiple jokes for you here today. What do you call a drunk person on death row the day after a drunk person gets drunk on death row? Hang over. Get it? He's hang over.